keep this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Winston going to throw deep for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucks a 7-0 lead.
Mix the score, Buccaneers 7, Falcons 0.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Ready, 54 Mike. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch twist. Watch twist. 51, sub. 54. 25.
Third and long. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, interesting one going on in Chicago, and make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, alert 3. Watch out.
On second down now, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To throw is Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. The first down throw for Winston. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On On second down, Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, but it'll be second down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check, Lucky, running.
Winston now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Here's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 15 of the year and second of the game. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nazir Jones cruises in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. On 2nd and 10, Schaub So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed. And not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but
down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, one-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. After the penalty, here's Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jones. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Check. Check 50, check 50. Wide, get wide. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 52. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Let's go.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. Jameis to throw it. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's bring it. Hey, 59, ready. Switch it. Check 3. Pilot, 64, weak.
Again, it'll be Freeman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now it's Ryan. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nazir Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10.
Check 43.
This is Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Check 37, check 37. Check. Easy. Deuce.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to rifle one deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You got to think they're a little more... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Well, they had a game. 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 14, and the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 4th-quarter comeback for the QB. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run it. Freeman. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Draw play. Winston to Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On first and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, he's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston here to throw. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On the delay, Jones. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Justin Simmons on the tackle.
Right there. Already. Watch the left. Watch Mike. Danny.
ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Posse, Dave went.
Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right crash.